Hey guys, how you doing? This is JP Saricolia coming to you once again with another episode of Age of Heroes. And today I want to get personal with this subject. As you know, the title says, walking away from toxic people. Walking away. This is something that we all know that it's important to do, but not necessarily do it on a daily basis. As you know now, with the power of social media, we love social media. I love social media. YouTube, it allows me to go places that I've never been before and talk to people I never met before. Being able to reach out people in different spectrums of life, different countries, different regions, different mindset, different beliefs. But I'm able to share a common goal. You know, we share something common here, which is comic books. We talk about movies. We talk about hobbies and all of that. So it is a vehicle that allows us to get places and, move our message to other people that in many different ways we will never have a chance to. So I love social media. I'm a supporter of social media. However, social media also brings out the worst in us. It brings out everything that we don't want to talk about, all the bad subjects, and even the worst in us, the things that we just don't like to showcase to the world. They easily come out, our anger issues, problems with our depression and all of that. You're always going to see that everywhere you go. And of course, it's like social media has become the megaphone. Problems were always there. Not saying that social media is the cause of the problems. It's more like a megaphone. It's just, it expands, amplifies everything that is already there. The problems of our society, the internal problems that we're dealing with. And of course, all of that is expanded and it's thrown out into the web, and every person, it's now catching whatever mood we're in. So it's important for us to remain calm and understand the impact of social media, not only to our lives, but also people around us. And that we have power in our hands, in our words, that can make somebody's life better or even worse. Now, I'm bringing this up as a collector because I want to bring this into the perspective of someone that has been part of many communities, that I'm a part of many communities in social media. I love forums. I go to forums all the time. Social groups like in Facebook. I'm a member of multiple Facebook groups. I do interact with people on Twitter, not as much. I follow people on Instagram. So there's always, and here in YouTube, I watch a lot of videos and I follow a lot of people. So there's always engagement with people in regards to comic books, movies, video games, you name it. All of this pop culture stuff, we engage with people on a daily basis. I do it all the time. Now, the problem is that there is a lot of toxicity online. There's a lot of toxic people in this forums, social groups, and different networks. You're always going to find a lot of toxic people. I remember when I started going to forums. I love the forums. It was a great place before Facebook groups that I interact with people. However, conversations got heated all the time, and people tend to, spit out whatever that comes to mind. Not really knowing the other person because there was no that you couldn't see people's eyes to eye. So people are just typing what they feel like it. So there's a constant interaction. So, I got heated. I got heated myself. I got into a lot of these tough conversations and arguments with people. I got famous for that as well. So people know that I don't hold bars when it comes about that. Of course, I have matured, and I try to mature and stay away from that kind of stuff. But of course, Facebook groups allows people to really know you better. Of course, there's a lot of fake accounts, but you are there. You are the person. People see you face to face. They can see your family pictures. They can see where you work. They can do all that. But we're part of this group, so it's more intimate in that sense. But we have this heated conversation where people attack you personally. They attack your weight. They attack your race. They attack your height. They attack whatever they consider is wrong with you. They go into your profile. They review where you work. They know where you live. So they make these assumptions of who you are. And they are constantly attacking you just because you don't agree with them in certain subjects. And you also do the same. So the problem is that so much toxicity and negativity, it really harms any hobby, and it really damages your ability to enjoy something. Now, what I'm bringing this up here, I'm not saying because I'm being a victim or being attacked or anything like that. I've been attacked before, but it really rubs on me. I don't care much about it. I really have thick skin. Like I said before, I left home when I was very young. I grew up in the streets. So to me, like whatever words somebody says, upset about something that I said, it doesn't really bother me as much, because I have, tough skin. But of course, the problem is that when you surround yourself with negativity and toxic behavior, it really affects the way you are, and it changes your mood and the way you see things. It's easier to get bad habits, to learn bad habits, than it's to learn good habits. That's just bottom line. So if you surround yourself with people that are constantly negative about everything, that they're constantly accusing people of this or accusing people of that, that is going to also affect your life and your mindset and your mental health. And it's important to determine at some point in life when it's enough, when enough is enough, and when it's time to walk away. And sometimes you have to walk away. And I've been doing that. I remember at first when the social groups like Facebook groups became popular. I'm a member of many groups. I'm still am. But I was always in this in this Facebook group, and I was having conversation with people, and the conversations got heated, and people became very personal. So when that happens, I realized that it was just time consuming. It was just consuming my energy, trying to argue with people about something that they just don't understand about, and I'm telling you this, I'm telling you from a perspective of someone that has been collecting statues, and I'm going to use this example, for many years. So I understand that I've learned through the process. I grew pretty much, I went through the process of forums before Facebook was a thing. And so, I know artists, I know companies, I know the history of many of these companies that have come and gone. But, and dealing with someone that just got into statue collecting, his first year, second year, they think they know it all. And you always want to find the know-it-alls. And it's really annoying. It just gets to the point. It's like, what do you know, kid? You just got here. And now you're telling me to that you're right and I'm wrong. And I'm saying that I'm always know everything, because believe me, I have changed my mind on a lot of subjects in statue collecting. I do the same thing with comics. I got into heated conversation with people comics because they didn't like what I said, because my opinion to them, it was insulting to their opinion, which to me is like, opinions are opinions. They cannot be insulting unless you allow them to insult you. I'm not attacking you personally. I'm just having an opinion in regards to my favorite artist or the artist that I don't like, and why is the reason I don't like. You just don't like my opinion. You just have to accept it. But wherever you go, you're going to find people that are very toxic. They're going to attack you intimately, personally, because that's all they have to do. That's all they know. They don't know how to just come with, ideas. They don't know how to really give you a facts, because they don't know the facts. So you're always going to find this everywhere you go, whether it's comic books, whether it's movies, and all the different social networks, you're all going to find this. Now, to keep the peace in your life, to keep balance, and that's something that I strive to do in this channel, is to help people to find the balance in the middle of the storm, in the middle of the challenges, in the middle of the difficulties of life. We all have difficulties. You have difficulties at work, you have difficulties at home, you have difficulties financially, you have difficulties with your health. Why do you put more pressure to your life by someone that is completely a neophyte, somebody that just got here, doesn't understand what you're talking about? Walk away. Walk away. Even if you're new into this hobby, learn that a lot of people here are here just because they're looking for conflict. People love conflict. A lot of people love that. They strive for it. That's the mindset of a bully. They love that because they're dissatisfied with their lives, and they want to find someone that they can just discharge all their negativity, their bad energy towards, because that's how they feel comfortable. That's how they feel peace, because probably they cannot yell or scream at their boss or their spouse or their kids or whoever, or the neighbor that just they left the trash out and nobody picked it up, and it's just been sitting there forever in the middle of the summer, and it's hot and it stinks because he didn't do it when he was supposed to. I'm just giving you an example. That's not the case here. But, that's the case. People, they just want to find somebody that just crossed you in the street, the next person that was driving, not paying attention. And now you feel upset, and then you're going to find a place. Someone has to pay whatever happens to you. Of course, people go social media, and that's the first place they go. And it's not about just, you don't have to really go to talk about politics, which are very inflammatory nowadays. But, just go to a statue collector group, action figure collector group, comic books group. You're going to see the hate. You're going to see people really upset about everything and, calling people's names and all that kind of stuff. Walk away from it. Believe me, I got to the point in my life that I was just really kind of getting really heated by it, that I just stopped doing it. And one day I said, you know what? This is not worth my time. This is not worth my efforts. Going into Facebook and trying to explain something to someone that doesn't understand, that doesn't want to understand, because some people love ignorance. I said, you know what? Forget it. I have a lot of things to do in my life, things to enjoy. Find what you enjoy and just walk away from it. Walk away doesn't mean that you walk away from social media. I love social media. But if some groups are not productive in your life, if some groups are just negative, and even the people that run the groups are being negative, then just unfollow. That's all you got to do. If you go to a forum and people are being negative, then walk away from the forum. Just walk away. If someone in a channel in YouTube is constantly attacking this and that, unfollow. Just all you got to do. You don't like my channel, you think that I'm negative, then unfollow. I'm not against it. I'm not saying that I would like to have 1 million subscribers. I love to. But if you don't find my content productive for your life, then by all means, I respect your decision. At the end of the day, it has to be a personal decision, whatever you do. Negativity is going to be around you. But if you're here because you have fun with whatever you do, whether it's comics, whether it's movies, whether it's video games, whether it's statues, action figures, then stick around for the fun. If things get rough and people are being mean, or people are not being respectful, or people are just throwing hate towards everything, then, walk away. Simply. They don't have a right on you. You don't have a right on them. It's a free world. It's a free independent world. There's a lot of places, believe me, that will listen to your voice and they will care about your opinion. So one group doesn't break you. And I see that constant toxicity, people calling people out on Facebook because of this, because of that, and they going through this hate fights, and people say, oh, unfollow this, and it becomes like a drama queen club, like a bunch of drama queens. And the worst part is that we're talking about 40-year-old men, like acting like drama queens from, high school. Time to grow up. I say this with respect. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not directing this towards anybody. But there's something that you will see, and you have seen probably a lot, and you just get to the point that you feel overwhelmed by it. And believe me, I've been there, and I've learned my lesson. Just walk away, and that's the best thing you can do. So, what is your opinion about the matter? I would like to hear it. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're following me or you're looking at this on YouTube when you're watching this video. You can also subscribe to my podcast. You can do that through iTunes, Spreaker, or Stitcher. Download the podcast, share with your friends, and consider supporting this channel and supporting my vision through Patreon. The link is down below. So once again, God bless you, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.